This is trending on Twitter.
So I wake up out here in Los Angeles every morning at 2 a.m. to get ready for this show. And the first thing I do is I look over at my little Maltese Hazel, and she's got one eye open like, are you serious? And I pull on my running clothes, and I start to stretch, and I take a quick look at my computer just to see if there are any late-breaking overnight stories and to see what is trending on Twitter.
What trending?
And I wasn't quite awake yet, and I saw Happy Birthday Goat. And seriously, my first thought was, is it Brady's birthday today? And I said, no. That's August 3rd because that's Ernestine's birthday. And then I thought, wait, is it Jordan's birthday? No, wait, that's February 17th. And then it hit me like 10 tons of bricks.
That's right.
The cult followers that I call the blind witnesses were at it again. They had this trending suggesting once again that LeBron James is better than Michael Jeffrey Jordan. That is the single biggest fallacy in the history of sports. I want everybody to let this sink in. LeBron James is 4-6 in the NBA Finals. Michael Jordan, once and forever, will always be 6-0 with 6 MVPs in the finals.
Did that.
And I cannot believe that the blind witnesses continue to try to scrub LeBron's legacy clean of all the epic fails that litter his legacy, because they are too numerous to even detail here on this show today. We don't have enough time. Michael Jordan had 0 epic fails on his entire legacy, but LeBron had an epic meltdown against the Boston Celtics in his last series in Cleveland. His owner accused him of quitting in that series, and his camp tried to put out the story that he had to be sedated because of a locker room problem for games 4, 5, and 6, in which he basically disappeared in that series. Then how about the epic meltdown? The chosen one becomes the frozen one in his first finals with the Miami Heat, 2011, games 4, 5, and 6. Go look at the numbers, and those, they stink. And then how about 2013, when Ray Allen saved his legacy after he came completely apart down the stretch in game 6 in Miami against my San Antonio Spurs, missed the tying 3, and then Ray Allen happened. And how about 2014, when he and his Heat lost the NBA Finals by a record finals margin? And how about game 1 of 2018 at Oracle, when he melted down at the end of the game and pouted and quit in overtime when they should have closed the deal, should have taken the last shot to beat the heavily favored Golden State Warriors? And I could go on and on and on, but here's the point to all this. LeBron James has convinced me he is simply the greatest self-promoter in sports history.
The man just happened to be born today, and now he's self-promoting it.
Hey, he is the self-proclaimed king. He is the phony GOAT, yet he has convinced billions of blind witnesses that he's actually better than Jordan, even after they watched The Last Dance, which should have convinced everybody once and for all
it shouldn't have.
that it was over. He's got the greatest publicity machine in the history of sports, and it's called the internet. It's called social media, and nobody has taken more advantage of it, used it better, more successfully, to dupe and deceive the public into believing that he's somehow the GOAT than LeBron James has. Way to go. Congratulations. Happy birthday, LeBron.
All The Last Dance did, Skip, was like, it's kind of like a trial. You get up and hear the prosecution. Oh, that Joe guilty. Oh, ain't no way he gonna get off on this. And then when you hear the defense, guess what, Skip? Oh, ain't no way he going to jail. That's all The Last Dance did. Wherever court, whatever side you was already standing on, you did not move. And that's okay. But all I'm saying is, my guy, happy birthday, Go James. Happy 36. Nobody has done it better. Nobody has done it better longer at this age than you have. Skip, at 36, he's in year 18. Do you realize that Michael Jordan was in his second retirement at age 36, citing physical and mental burnout? Do you realize that? That's what he's saying. Now, if it's a lie, he told it.
Not physical, mental.
He said physical and mental burnout, Skip. Now, first of all, LeBron James coming off his 13th NBA season, which he was first team All-NBA. Did you know Jordan had 10? So what happened those other years? He played 15 years. So what happened those other 5 years of the NBA? Did he not? Was he not? Was he not playing?
He got forced out for 2 years.
Okay.
He had to take a sabbatical, a forced sabbatical. That cost him 2 championships that would have been 8 straight.
No guarantee.
Straight?
Ain't no
Are
guarantee.
you kidding me?
Ain't no guarantee. Ain't no guarantee. Skip.
That guy is a guarantee. He's money in the bank.
Look, a lot of people I believe that he probably should have won his 5th MVP. He didn't give Giannis credit. His 10th final appearance in 17 seasons. Jordan only played 15 seasons. He went 6-5. The greatest thing that Michael Jordan has ever done is that he got knocked out before he got to the finals, so he has no blemishes on his resume. So in other words, people have convinced themselves it is better to lose in the first round, get swept in the first round, than make it to the NBA finals and lose, because that's what Michael did. Swept. 3 first-round appearances early in his career, got up out of there. My guy has never, ever tasted what it's like to go 1-2-3 Cancun after the first round of the playoffs. Your guy knows what it's like 3 times.
Yeah, but your guy knows what it's like in the finals to get swept. Twice with the gentleman's sweep, should have been 3 times.
I'm glad you brought up the finals. Did you know, and I only went back 20 years. In the last 20 years, there have been 4 teams that had 4 all-star games, all-star players on their roster at a given time. Did you know LeBron James beat 3 of them? He beat the 2011 Celtics, I think if I'm not mistaken, the 14 Hawks and the Pistons. The one that he lost to was the 18 Warriors. Jordan never beat that. Jordan never beat a team that had 3 NBA Hall of Famers on the team, Skip Bayless. Yeah, he did. He beat the Pistons. I give him that, but not in the finals. Not in the finals. Not in the finals. That's what my guy had to go up against. Tim Duncan. Now, I want to know if Tim Duncan's going. Oh, as a matter of fact, he's going in this year. So Tim Duncan's going to the finals. Kawhi's going to the finals. Tony Parker's going to the finals. And Manu is going to the NBA Hall of Fame.
You have consistently told me on this show that those Spurs teams were way overrated. They were impossible to watch. They're like eating broccoli.
No.
I love broccoli.
No. I did not say. I said they are broccoli. They are boring. I didn't say they weren't any good. They were great. You don't win like they won. And just the fact that, Skip, each year, in order for them to get to where they needed to be, they had to beat Shaq and Kobe. So in order for Shaq and them to get to where they needed to be, they had to beat Tim Duncan. So no, I never said they weren't any good. I just said they're boring to watch, and rightfully so. What about the Celtics? Is Ray Allen going to the Hall of Fame? What about Garnett? I think Garnett's up this year. What about Paul Pierce? You say Rondo's going to the Hall of Fame now after winning 2 championships and leading the league in assists for 4 times. So that's 4 Hall of Famers that he had to go up against.
And LeBron quit against him?
And LeBron beat him. LeBron beat him. 2011, got him up out of there. 2012, got him up out of there.
Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, and a cast of thousands of role players who all came up huge in the finals.
You see what you did? Now, when role players do their job for Michael Jordan, that's what they're supposed to do. When Steve Kerr hit a shot, when John Paxson hit a shot, when Rodman gets those rebounds, that's what they're supposed to do. But if that, God forbid, LeBron teammates ever do what their role is to do, oh, my goodness, they saved this bacon.
Do you remember LeBron's first ring in 2012? Do you remember Shane Battier in Oklahoma City in Game 2 when they were teetering after they got blown out in Game 1?
I just want to know.
Do you remember Mario Chalmers back in Miami? Do you remember Mike Miller in the closeout Game 5?
So if I'm on a team, and let's just say I'm football, and I'm on a team, and I'm a wide receiver, they throw me the ball, am I not supposed to catch it? Sure, I'm supposed to catch it, right?
Yeah, but you don't initiate that. They all initiated that they took over games. Mario Chalmers took over the entire 4th quarter of, what was it, Game 4 in Miami? Go back. It's the Mario Chalmers Memorial Game. Scored 25 points in the game.
Go back and look at a guy in the playoff that's led the team in scoring, rebounds, and assists. If you take the next 3-4 guys, combine them, they don't equal LeBron James. Skip, nobody has had the responsibility, the scoring, the rebounding, the assisting, the running the basketball team like LeBron James. If you hell bent on staying in that corner, saying Jordan is the GOAT, Skip, I can't pull you. I believe you there. But it's my guy's birthday. It's his moment, and nobody has been able to play this good for this long. And he ain't slowing down.
I'll give you year 17. Nobody's ever had a year 17, but by then, Michael Jordan was done.
Why was he done?
Because he quit on principle because Jerry Krause and Jerry Reinsdorf in Chicago, the GM and owner of the Chicago Bulls, said,
So he pouted.
Phil Jackson, you're out.
Hold on, just a second.
Pouting,
What
that's
is it?
Principle. He said, you fire that coach. You run him out of here. You're running me out, too, because I am death till I part.
So let me get this. So you see what you did? Mm-hmm. All you did, now he got upset and pouted, said, I'm taking my basketball my shoes, and I'm going home if you don't bring my coach back. Mm. So that's not pouting. That's principle. You said LeBron James not sitting in J.R. Smith's lap during the timeout, he's pouting.
Well, he pouted after he turned down the last shot with Steph Curry switched on to him after he had scored 48 points, much of them from outside the paint, hottest hand I'd ever seen him have in any playoff game in his career, and he turns down a 17-foot jump shot, do or die, sink or swim, because you're down one, it's going to be in or out.
Skip.
And he turned it down to pass to George Hill.
Who's an 80, Lord forbid, George Hill's in the NBA. He's a career 80% free throw shooter. And what we seen? Look at Jay Crowder. Jay Crowder made all the threes that he took, basically, in Boston. He made all the threes that he took in Miami. Look at what he did last night. He got with LeBron James, and he couldn't throw it in the ocean from the boat, in the middle of the ocean.
Well, that's on LeBron. He couldn't raise his game, I guess. I don't know.
No, Skip. Look at Wes Matthews. Wes Matthews played so great in Portland, parlayed that into a big, massive contract, played well in Dallas. Now he can't even buy a bucket. And that's what the expectations is when you play with the GOAT, Skip. The eyes get bigger, palms get sweaty, get tighter. But Skip, don't do it. This is the man's birthday. The man 13-time first team All-NBA. Nobody can touch that. He's going to have the most points. I told you he's going to be 40, 10, and 10. 40,000 points, 10,000 rebounds, 10,000 assists, and he's going to get another chip this year.
And Michael Jordan won 10 scoring titles to LeBron's 1.
Skip, that ain't what we do.
Game
Skip,
over.
Skip. That's not what we do. We don't try to score. Everybody, think about it. All the people that you say the greatest scorers, LeBron is right there with them. Be it Jerry West, be
it. You said he doesn't try to score.
He does, Skip. That's Skip.
But now he's hell-bent to try to pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for most points ever scored in the NBA.
Skip. He's a reluctant scorer. He tries to get everybody else involved. That's why.
Well, he's not reluctant when they're up 20 in the fourth quarter and he's still pouring it on.
So did Jordan take off? See, hold on. Now, if he comes out, he doesn't have the killer instinct that Kobe and Jordan.
I'm glad
he stays in the game.
Because all we heard during the time The Last Dance aired on ESPN was voice after voice from LeBron's past saying, well, the big difference was Michael was he was an assassin. He had that killer will, and LeBron just doesn't have that. We even had Mike Malone, head coach of the Denver Nuggets now, longtime assistant with LeBron in Cleveland in his first go-around in Cleveland, and he just basically summed it up that killer, not a killer.
Skip,
okay?
But here's the thing. The misconception is that people think the black mamba is the most venomous snake on the earth, and it's not even top 5. You got the common brown in Australia. You got the taipan. There are several other snakes that are not as aggressive, that are more venomous. Because LeBron don't go out there snarling and elbowing people, that doesn't mean he's not just as deadly, if not more deadlier.
He's a common variety garden snake.
He's venomous. You don't be no garden snake and be 4 for 4. He's 4 for 4. Only one other man can say that. That's Jordan. Give him that. But we coming.
What do you mean 4 for 4?
4 finals, 4 MVPs.
What?
He got 4 finals. He got 4 finals MVPs.
What's this?
Skip, that's what, Skip, I just said. I just acknowledged that only Jordan can say that. But we coming. But what he can't say, he had the longevity and the production over the long haul that we, Skip, remember now, he was out of the league. He took a break. Think about it. He took a break in his prime because of physical and mental. That's what he said the last day. Now, if anything is misquoted, you can't misquote somebody in their own documentary, can you? Because that's what he said. He said it started to grind on him. Everybody all up in his business. So can you imagine if everybody was those little media people was in his business, what would social media be like when camera phones everywhere?
Speaking of social media, I'm glad you brought that back up because Just a couple of days back, I saw something that LeBron posted that really offended me. Truly offended
you get offended
me.
about everything.
If we could just see this for just a moment, please. He posted this, feeling like Mike.
No, he said feel like Mike Jack.
No, Mike. There's got to be a period in there.
No, Skip, no.
He's talking about no Mike Jack.
Yes,
that Jack Sigma.
Mike Jackson.
Oh, okay.
That's the footwork he's talking about. That's the poetry in motion.
Feeling like Mike, poetry in motion.
Yes.
Footwork on cruise control. The kid from Akron, #KingMe.
Crowded.
Says, LeBron James, as he shows himself shooting a fadeaway on one of the worst defenders, if not the single worst defender in the entire league, Luka Doncic, after a game last year at Dallas, won by Danny Green with a corner three.
That got us in overtime.
Well, that won the game.
No, it didn't. Skip, you don't win the game just because you get the overtime.
And then what did my man Kyle Kuzma say after the game? We just passed the ball to whoever Luka was guarding.
Yes.
And he had the audacity to post a fadeaway jumper over Luka Doncic, who, by the way, Rick Carlisle called out publicly. We're going to talk about it later in the show. But he called him out publicly yesterday and basically said he's just not in condition. And you have to dedicate yourself year-round to staying in condition. So that shot was over a guy who doesn't defend to start with and is in poor condition second.
Hold up. What about the one that he hit on Jaylen Brown? He hit that very shot on Jaylen Brown last year in March. You remember that, Skip?
Yeah.
He hit that same shot on Jaylen Brown. So what are you going to say about Jaylen Brown? Was he not in shape? Is he not any good? Is he not a good defender? Mike Jack, 83 Motown Award.
Hey.
Back it up. That's like the footwork he's talking about.
There's a big old period missing
That's
in
the
there.
footwork he's talking about.
Oh, is he? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, trust me on this, that he will never, ever duplicate what that man did from mid-range with fadeaways over the last 5 or 6 years of his career. He perfected that shot, did Michael Jeffrey Jordan. I'd never seen anything like it. It was unstoppable. It's a move that is akin to the skyhook of Kareem, where you just can't stop it. He's going to fade away on you, and nobody can block it, and nobody can even get a hand on it.
Skip, what you try to do is that you say because nobody can replicate it. There's a place in our society, not only for Albert Einstein, but also for Steve Jobs. They all serve their roles. Now, we get to determine, we're going to debate who meant more to society. But in this case right here, I'm in Go James corner. Now, leave me alone. I ain't bother you. I'm not trying to talk you off no ledge. You with Jordan. There is nothing you told me that Jordan wouldn't respond. Jordan responds to criticism. You say Jordan doesn't hold grudges. Jordan holds grudges.
No, he always holds grudges.
Yeah. But everybody else tell Isaiah to get over it. He hadn't gotten over it. He done got over nothing.
Good for him. But that's what drove him. Does LeBron have any grudges that he holds?
I'll tell you what. Well, when is he going to get back at Larry Bird for cutting his butt? Sweeping him. When is he going to get back at Bird? And why did he wait till the bad boy Pistons get old before he took them down?
Michael Jordan hung 63 on Bird and company in Game 1 at the Garden.
And Jordan
63. And what did Larry Bird say after the game? That was God disguised as Michael Jordan.
You see what you do, Skip? Now, he hung 63, caught an L. Now, normally you say 63 doesn't mean anything. I mean, I remember when Devin Booker had 70 and all the Celtics talking about he over there celebrating 70, but he caught that L. Nobody has gotten more credit for losses than Michael Jordan in the history of the NBA. Because, granted, he was spectacular, but at the end of the day, he lost. Skip, what good is Tom Brady's 505 if he lost the Super Bowl? You bring it up every time. He threw for the most yards in playoff history. Merger, pre-merger, post-merger, it doesn't matter the merger. But what did it accomplish? He lost.
That year, Jordan's team was way worse than any of LeBron's Cleveland teams. You know it.
How you going to be worse when you got to go?
Sub 500.
So how you make the playoffs sub 500?
He broke his leg and was out for like 6 weeks at the end of the year and came straight back in and said, no, I'm not going to wait until next year. Like KD and Kyrie said, we're going to wait. We could have gone to the bubble, but we're going to wait. Michael said, no, I'm going to play. And in Game 1, as rusty as you could be, he comes out and hangs 63 on the Celtics in their house. That's off the charts great, and they knew it.
Let me ask you a question. So, all that doesn't matter. So, was his leg broken in '84 when he got swept? When we won one game from Milwaukee? Can you name one person on Milwaukee? I mean, I followed Milwaukee back then, so I know who they were. I know Sidney Moncrief and Junior Bridgman. Yeah. I know all those guys. Yeah. I think that if I'm not mistaken, Brian really Whittles, Bob Lanier. Yeah. Don Nelson, if I'm not mistaken, Don Nelson was the coach.
He was.
So I get it. So see, when people try to tell me stuff, I don't need the internet. Because Shannon was in his teens, so I remember it. So all that he had a broke this and a broke that, he had broke feelings. He had a broken heart because they got him up out of there. Got him up out of there.
That guy needs the internet. That guy has been made by the internet.
Don't do that, Skip.
And again, it's like a cult following of blind witnesses who will do it. They'll go to any means necessary to scrub his record and to protect his legacy.
Skip.
And it works.
Skip. But see, all you mentioned is the finals. Michael Jordan won 6 finals in 15 years. What did he do the other 9 years? Did they not play the finals? Skip, I'm not trying to I don't make any excuses. Jordan once he got there, he's unblemished. But my question is, what did he do in the 9 years that he didn't make the finals? That's what you try to scrub.
Once he broke through, it was over, right?
No.
Well, I'm scrubbing the last 2 years of his career.
I don't do that, no.
Ceremonial.
Let me ask you a question.
He did it on a lot.
But that's what you told me. That's what everybody said LeBron was coming to L.A. for. Ceremony.
Well, that first year, you don't think that was ceremonial?
Okay, so what about Jordan's second year? Okay, LeBron first year, he didn't do well. He pulled his groin and he didn't do well. Okay, what about Jordan's second year?
Second year in Washington?
Yes.
He was 40 years old.
But who got his...
Okay, who cares?
Oh, so nobody
playing that for fun.
Oh, so now he's playing for fun. The guy that, hold on. The guy that took everything serious, the guy that took pool serious, the guy that played cards for money, the guy that gambles for money. All of a sudden, when have you known Michael Jordan to do anything for fun?
Well, he was seriously smoking cigars at that point.
My guy smoked cigars.
And I'm afraid for him.
And my guy,
I think he's on that MJ late career path.
No, he ain't. Not even close. Not even close, Skip Bayless, and you know it. You could tell a lot. Skip, look at MJ. Now, MJ was the elite of the elites. Look at my guy. When my guy get 40, when my guy get Mike age, he gonna be slim and trim.
You know, Jordan was sculpted, and LeBron's a little roundish. A little roundish?
Michael Jordan weighed 205 pounds. LeBron is 260.
Yep. 6'9" versus 6'6", and I'll take 6'6" all day and
Give me that freight train, because my guy's still playing at a high level at this age. Your guy was at home.
All I wish is that it would be miraculous if we could have a time machine that could give us that guy against that guy one-on-one in their prime.
Bully ball!
It would be over.
Bully ball! Beep!
Yeah, you know what?
Beep! Beep! Back him down, Bron.
Jordan would bully LeBron psychologically. He would just chew him up and spit him out psychologically. Skip. He would be in his head, in his ear, and under his skin.
Skip.
Destroy him.
I just want to know, why couldn't he do that to the bad boy Pistons before they got it? Why did it take him 4 years to break 3?
Yeah.
Why did it take him 4 years to break through?
The whole book was written about the rules that they had to establish.
How we told Jordan tail up. That was the name of the book.
The Jordan rule.
Now, what he rule?
All right. Let's let LeBron have his moment today.
Happy birthday, LeBron.
Not too late. You don't
LeBron James. Are we keeping the sign out for the entire show, Shannon? It's a bit distracting with the colors. Happy birthday, LeBron. Happy birthday to the GOAT.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.